Behind the Roar, the official podcast of West Tigers.
Well, g'day, welcome again to our summer series of Behind the Roar, where we're getting to know a few of our younger players who are on the rise. We've spoken to a few development players, and one player who has moved into the top 30 for 2024, having made his NRL debut last year, is Tallyn Da Silva. Thanks for joining us, Tal.
Thanks for having me.
Firstly, mate, how are you holding up through pre-season? How's it been?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously been a bit tough, but that's footy, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you surprised with how rapid your development has been? It all happened really quickly, didn't it, during the 23 season? So for those at home that don't know much about Tal, he's, well, a really good pathway story, a Campbelltown junior with East Campbelltown Eagles. You've come through all of our pathways teams, and you were a member of the Harold Matts winning team in 2022. A lot of your teammates from that team are now with you here training. Yeah. So it all seems to be working pretty well.
It is, for sure. So that 2022, that was a blur that year. It went so quick. We played so well that year. Ended up taking it out.
Undefeated,
yeah. There was a few close games in there, but I think that's what made our connection a bit stronger and our desire to win.
We talk about connection, so let's rattle them off. So Kit Lalili, he was the captain of that team.
Kit Lalili.
Geordie Miller.
Lockie Galvin. Luke Lalili. Heath Mason.
You, Heath.
Will Craig.
Goes on, yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely more, but yeah.
Wow. And it was a really proud moment for you, and I was lucky, they're sharing it when you made your NRL debut at Campbelltown. It was almost like, oh, well, they've staged this, haven't they? Campbelltown Junior makes his debut at Campbelltown. I reckon you must have filled that Southern Hill at Campbelltown Sports Stadium
that
with the Silver friends and family.
Yeah, that was my dream, Like I played all my junior footy at Campbelltown, played grand finals at Campbelltown Stadium, and it was just a dream to debut there. And I said to Dad, now if it's at Campbelltown, I want everyone to be there, and they were. And there was everyone. So you
had the shirts, you had the flags, the banners,
the letters, everything.
And okay, you're going to make your debut against Melbourne Storm of all teams.
Yeah.
How'd you feel through the week leading up to that?
I didn't really think anything about it, to be honest. I just treat it as like a normal game, as another game. Like we've played how many games before, so I just wanted to go into it as another game. Because I've heard stories about if you're putting yourself in the wrong mindset, it could really stuff up your game. So I was like, well, it's going to be my first NRL game. Make sure I treat it as a normal game and prepare the right way.
Because you're 18 now?
18.
Yeah? You were 18 then?
18, yeah, when I debuted.
How did you? Well, you did. I know. I saw you. Physically, you held your own.
Well, I tried to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my biggest disadvantages. My physical side of things. I was a lot smaller, a lot weaker compared to them older boys. So I think with experience and with a few more pre-seasons, I will be a lot more comfortable in that position.
From them to now, I know it's only not even 6 months probably, but physically, what are your goals through pre-season? Again, I'm talking. Is it more strength? Is it body composition? Is it size?
That's a bit of everything, to be honest. I'm only fresh 18, so I think I've got a lot of things to work on physically, mentally. But I think on the physical side, I'd like to put on a few kilos, get a lot stronger, get a lot faster, a lot fitter. So hopefully, can achieve
a lot faster.
Yeah,
you're already pretty quick.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, I think you are.
Thanks, Chris.
Out of dummy half. Well, no, should have seen me as a plotter.
Oh,
out of dummy half.
I'd love to.
No, on a serious note, so pre-season being good, would you say strength is or size?
I'd say more strength. More strength is probably my number one priority.
Yep.
And then the size.
Because you can get increased strength without the size.
Yeah, I've spoken to Robbie, spoken to Benji. They've always said like size isn't one of my main priorities. It's more just being able to handle the contact, get a lot stronger. But I think if I'm going to be in the middle and want to be an 80-minute player, I think a bit of size will help for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You've always been pretty good on that side of things in terms of the stamina, the endurance part of the game.
Yeah. I think I've been pretty lucky with that. But obviously there's a lot more to work on. So smash into that this preseason for sure.
A few of the other boys now back in training. Appy, what a player to sort of be shadowing.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff he did last year, Appy, was just mind-boggling to
Yeah.
watch. He's just so gifted, isn't he? Such silky skills.
Yeah, he is. He's in the right place at the right time every single time.
Yep.
It's such a privilege.
And that's not coincidence, is it?
No, it's not. It's hard work, effort, determination, team first attitude, So he knows what to do and he does it.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a privilege to learn again off him this year.
Yeah. What was he like, Appy, bringing you through? Did he give you a few tips and
Yeah, of
put his arm
course.
around you
Yeah.
and say welcome?
Yeah, he did. And he's very welcoming to all the boys, not just me as well. You can tell he's you got real captain materials in there. He knows what to do. He knows when to talk to you, when to give you those tips and that. And he did a lot of that last year, so really thankful for that. Yeah,
We got a lot of train and trial players with us at the moment, as well as development players, and you've now moved into the top 30. So I mean, you've only five games, NRL games to your name, but I guess you must feel, I don't know, not one of the older players, but a little bit more mature and a bit more responsibility with some of the other younger kids that have come into the group.
Yeah, that was true. When we first started a few weeks back, there was a lot of the boys in there that haven't played NRL games.
Yeah.
There was a few that played one, maybe two. So I think in that group there was me, Fanua, and Bud, and we were probably the most very experienced out of that small group. So Benji pulled us aside and he pulled a lot of the other boys that have been here last year, and he really laid the platform down for us, saying, "Look, well, user experience. You may not have 50 games under your belt, but you've already had that one preseason, whereas these boys are fresh. So don't be cocky. Just give him a bit of guidance and help him through." So yeah, we've been doing that.
Let's just go back and talk about your. It's quite mind blowing to think that you're 18, you've now played 5 NRL games, but rewind just a few years, and I imagine you're a 14, 15-year-old. Did you know it was all going to happen real quickly, and in a few years' time, that'll be me on the telly up there?
I didn't even think at the start of 2023 that it would be happening. I was being told at the start of 23 to look for a debut in Cup, let alone a debut in NRL. So I think my goals for 23 was just to become a constant flag player at that point. And 15, 16, I think NRL was at least 6, maybe 7 years away, not 2 or 3. So I was really lucky to get that goal achieved a lot quicker than a lot of other people.
Well, you're just starting out, and what do they say? If you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And, so what now for 2024? What do you set yourself some goals?
I think my goals are just for this preseason. I don't think I've had to look too far into the actual season yet. I think just working on my body, my strength, my fitness. I think just get through this preseason, achieve my goals that I've set for this preseason, and then we'll worry about that.
Yeah,
when it comes a bit closer.
Yeah, nice. So, let's go back to your upbringing, I guess, and your junior footy. Not many people can say they have played first grade or A grade with their dad.
No.
Now that must have been a really, really nice experience for you and Johnny, and that was at East Campbelltown Eagles, where I understand Johnny Da Silva is a bit of a legend in those parts, right?
Yeah, he's been there for bloody who knows how long. He's been there. He started there. He finished there. He played 15 years of bloody Sydney Shield A grade footy.
What position did you have?
He was playing lock the last few years. It was a hooker, bit of half, but the last few years of his career he was playing lock. And one day after I played my under 18s match, the coach Richard, he goes, "Hey mate, you wanna come up, play a game of A grade?"
A little short.
And I didn't think that I was allowed to. Like, I didn't sign for A grade that year. Nothing was confirmed. And then I remember that day they were running around getting papers signed, exemptions signed
On match day.
Yeah, on match day after my game, because they played later in the afternoon. A lot of exemptions signed, and then it was like a few hours before the game, and they go, "Look, like, you're good to play." I'm like, "Are you serious? I thought it was all a joke."
So how old were you then?
I think I was 17 then.
17,
yeah. Would have been 2022.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Playing a 17-year-old playing with his
That'd be a
55-year-old
real
dad.
buzz, hey?
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, Dad, off me, under. Yep. Oh, good shot, son. Oh, thanks, Dad. Yeah.
No, we didn't play that long together on the field because he broke his foot that game. But he ended up coming back on for a few minutes with me. So it was good to share the field with him, yeah.
Yeah, what a buzz! As I say, not many people can say that they've played with their father. So some of the new boys at the club. Then you've seen the boys around in training with the Fainu brothers.
Yeah.
We've got Bud,
Bud.
Salad,
Salad. Who gave him that nickname?
Caesar.
Yeah.
I think he gave it to himself. He's a good fella, Aiden.
is.
Good vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been very good the last few weeks. Even today when all the older boys came back, they've already joined in on the vibe.
Mm.
It's good, yeah.
And the coaching staff under, Benji's taken the reins now.
Mm.
Got Chris and Robbie and Johnny Morris as well. How's Johnny?
He's good. He's changed a lot of our defensive mindset.
He's still looking very fit too.
He is. Good shape.
We got a couple of that. We got Appy to look up to. You've got Robbie there as well. Johnny Morris.
Yeah.
As well. There's plenty of
very lucky
plenty
position.
of dummy half IQ in the joint.
Aaron Payne as well.
Oh, and Aaron. Yeah.
So,
New South Wales Cup coach.
Yeah, so I'm very lucky.
Yeah. Well, mate, great to have you pop in. Good luck with the rest of pre-season.
Mm.
So what were you playing at last year?
What weight?
Mm.
I think I debuted at 81, maybe 82 kilos.
So, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What would Appy be? What would Appy weigh in?
Oh,
For the same.
86, 87.
Was it, yeah?
I think he's a bit bigger.
And what are you now?
85.
I see you've put a
So I
few
put on
on.
a few kilos, yeah.
Yeah.
Still,
And what do you want to play at then, you reckon?
I want to try and get to 90.
You reckon you can carry 90?
See how I feel at 90.
Yeah.
If not, I can lose weight
You can
easily.
stretch.
So I'll
It's funny, isn't it? Like on that, some people might say, well, hang on, if you play at 90, yeah, but dropping back to sort of 88, 87, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
You can notice over the duration, just dropping it. Yeah.
But I'm pretty lucky with that weight. I struggle to put on weight.
Yeah.
But I lose it like real quick. So
Yeah.
if I'm not comfortable playing at 90, it'll take me a week to get back down to 80.
Pull it off in a week or two. Yeah. Mate, good luck with the rest of pre-season and good luck with 2024.
Thanks for that, Chris. Appreciate it.
There is Tallyn Da Silva, and we will be hearing and seeing a lot more about this young fella, and we'll be chatting to more of our rising stars across the summer right here on Behind the Roar. See you next time.
Behind the Roar, the official podcast of West Tigers.